Welcome back to the studio and home of Tomas Fernandez. That's me. Thank you for coming and checking out the latest. Today we're talking about the Pool of Bethesda, which you will see I have a model of here that I built. This is not to perfect scale, but you can see here in the model I have a cross similar to the design that you saw in Beyond Forever last week's posting. And it has water cascading through the figure of Christ, which then spills down onto this rock waterfall ledge and cascades down over the edge into a pool. And this was inspired by the Pool of Bethesda, which I would encourage you to read about in John chapter 5. It's a tremendous story of healing from Jesus' life. And there's a crippled man who's not able to get into the pool. The thought being that when they saw the water stir, that the belief was that there was an angel stirring the water, and whoever got in there first got healed. The only problem was that this man couldn't get himself into the water. And Jesus asked him if he'd like to be made well, and he said, "Yes, Lord." And off he went, leaping and praising God after Jesus let him know that he's the source of the healing. So I'm working with that idea artistically, and I have the water, because he refers to himself as being the living water, flowing through the cross and becoming the Pool of Bethesda. So in the vision of this model, I would love to have people be able to get into this shallow pool for baptisms, for renewing of their faith, and for sort of aligning themselves for healing, with the thought that this is a great place to pray and believe. So the other story about living water comes from another part of the Gospel of John, where Jesus approaches the Samaritan woman at the well, and he lets her know that he is a type of water that she will drink and never thirst of again. He looks into her heart and sees her whole life and loves her, and she realizes it's the Messiah, and she becomes an evangelist immediately and goes and brings her whole town back to meet Jesus. So this is the power of having an encounter with Christ. And the thought here is that if we created a monument with this cross being approximately 20 feet high, made of stainless steel, it would be quite an eye-catcher, and it would draw people in off whatever highway or location that it was placed near. So if there's some interest for you to build such a project with me, I'd love to hear from you. Please contact me through the website. And lastly, there's the individual invitation from the Lord. It says, "Whoever believes in me as the living water will have water like this, eternal water flow from their heart." So it links us into how he walks, how he operates, and allows us to operate in the same manner. So we become like little Christ, if you will. And the water that is gushing out of our hearts affects everything. Everyone around us, all of our projects, and it's something to be desired, of course, because there's really nothing that can compare to it. So I would encourage you to read the gospel account and to be touched, to ask the Lord to have living water come from your heart. So thank you very much for tuning in, and you'll see some other pictures here of the footage. There's one remarkable photograph that I took of the model outside, and if you look closely you can see some pretty unusual photographic things that are going on that were not photoshopped with the photo. And there will be another picture of the cross in its nighttime vision, with lighting inside the cross, and how spectacular that can be. So once again, if you have any interest, contact me through the website. I'll be happy to have a discussion with you. Thank you very much, and God bless.